afternoon and welcome to the Senior Hour, which is sponsored by Providence Holy Cross Medical Center, Hestia Med Spa, and Comfort Keepers in Home Care. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host,
Dr. Thomas Polucki,
on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. This is a show for, about, and by seniors, giving information to enhance one's quality of life. And speaking of quality of life, especially for seniors, we have today's first guest, Kevin McDonald, CEO of the Santa Clarita Valley Senior Center. And lots of stuff's going on there,
Lots of stuff. Nice to be with you both.
Yes.
Good to have you back.
Tell us what's happening.
First of all, happy St. Patty's Week.
Hey, thank you.
We're celebrating
Isn't
every
that
day
amazing?
this week. Yes, it's a national holiday in our eyes, or at least in my eyes, and we portray that at the Senior Center. So we're getting ready for the holiday. We have tomorrow's Thursday, the 16th, so we're doing corned beef and cabbage tomorrow.
Of course.
And I was outvoted because I wanted shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
So I took a vote of the seniors in the ballroom, and I got outvoted. They wanted the corned beef and cabbage. So I said, you win. I'm going to lose that one. And then Friday is a Friday during Lent, so we gave in and we're doing fish and chips on Friday.
There you go.
So we're doing the meat on Thursday, the fish and chips on Friday. They were covered with green all over the place in the ballroom at Bella Vita, and we got some Irish tunes coming in. It should be a nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Now that's going to be Friday.
Yes. Well, we're going to celebrate the next 2 days.
So when you say you've got some Irish tunes coming in, it's live. You got live performers.
We got live piano player coming in
Nice.
on Thursday. We also have piano on Tuesday, so people enjoy the music. Some really nice talent that we're able to bring in.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no cover charge, right?
No cover charge. No cover charge. You get in. The meals aren't free. You can make a suggested donation, but no, you can come on in. We'll even let you in.
Awesome.
But if you're not a senior, charge a little bit more. So we'll get you in one day to come and enjoy.
So what does that look like?
What's that?
So, I'm sorry. What is the definition of senior? You got to be
60 years of age and older.
60.
Right.
Okay. And if you're not.
And if you're not, and you were to come in as one of my guests, if I want to bring you in as a friend, sure, you'd come in and we'd just charge you $10 to come and join us.
Oh,
so we wouldn't turn you down at the door.
Sounds
as long
good.
as we have enough food for our seniors, then we're okay.
Awesome.
There you go.
That's
Seniors are first.
That's it.
Absolutely.
But this is a great week, and St. Patrick's Day always reminds me of my last trip to Ireland I took.
Oh, nice.
To share, and I took it with my mother, who was in her 80s at the time. And she was diagnosed, she was terminal at the time. So we went on a 10-day trip to Ireland.
Nice.
Just the two of us. And I left my 6 brothers and sisters at home. And we did the pub hopping and everything else. And we did it a little bit slower. But right before I took this job, we had weeks together just doing that kind of thing.
And I bet you had an absolutely wonderful
just
time.
The 50 Shades of Green all over Ireland.
Oh,
and,
yes.
And, we learned about the gift of gab.
Yeah.
Everybody will talk to you. No matter who you are, they will stop and talk to you and
Yes.
ask you all sorts of questions. And it's just a wonderful gift, that beautiful island.
Yeah, and they're not. I mean, there are bars, obviously, but there are also pubs where people hang out, and the entertainers, like the Gift of Gab, like it is a show. It's a show. Just these people from town get up and start telling a story or even performing, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So you still got family there? Did you visit any family?
No, but we have friends there, and they took us out to the local pub. And it would be like family there. This little town of Kinsale in the south of Ireland is our favorite.
Nice.
And like you said, you'd go into a pub, and everyone treated each other like family. And what I learned from her as being in her 80s, terminal, but she would approach everybody to see how they were doing. And what a great lesson to learn at that point in her life, that no matter how old you are, how sick you are, you can always greet the other person.
Absolutely.
And share
I could
some
not
thoughts.
agree more.
Yeah.
I think everybody should do that.
And that's, to me, what represents St. Patty's Day week.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
that's awesome.
Well, Ireland is a beautiful, beautiful country. It really is. All over Ireland. It's just beautiful. The countryside, the little towns, and they're so unique.
Yes.
That's what makes it so entertaining to go there.
And speaking of Ireland and trips, we just started a new service at the Senior Center called Trips and Tours, which we brought back. Pre-COVID, we had it.
Whoa, yes.
And we've hooked up with the Anderson Girls Travel Agency from town called Anderson Girls Adventures, and they hook up with us, and we started to arrange trips for our seniors. And they just went to the Orchid Festival in Santa Barbara County over the weekend.
Yes.
We're going to the Peterson Museum next month. We're going to go see the Poppies. We're going to Alaska in September. With
Wow, that's not on the bus.
Cruises. We're going with Princess Cruises. We have 20 people booked on a beautiful trip to Alaska. So we're bringing all the trips back and listening to what people want to go and see and do. And Barbara wants to go to the casino, so we're working on a pachanga trip.
Yes.
I don't know how do I say that, pachanga. But we're going to the casinos for a couple of days.
Yes. Nice. So on the, I got to ask for the Alaska cruise, because if you haven't done it, you've got to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's one of the last remnants of what this whole country used to look like. You see unspoiled beauty, insane, even right outside the cities. Mm-hmm. Like immediately outside the cities, if you're not a survivalist, you step 50 feet outside of a city limit, and you better know what you're doing.
Yes.
Right.
So
that's why we're on a boat with Princess Cruises.
There you go. Beautiful. So talk if you can. I know you got a lot to cover, but I'm intrigued about this in particular. So what are the qualifications to get on this cruise?
The cruise is just sold out for us.
Oh, okay.
They had to put the deposit
Okay.
down early, as you imagine doing a cruise
Yeah,
for
of course.
September. If anybody wants it, they can still call the Senior Center. We'll see if there's any openings on that cruise ship.
Gotcha.
So you can always call the Senior Center to check out. We just put our deposits down for everybody, and we got 20 people going to enjoy it, and they're part of our family and our group. So we'll be getting on the boat and taking some pictures of them getting on a beautiful princess vessel and having a great time. And people are coming out to do the trips. The Orchid Festival is sold out. The Peterson Museum will be sold out. We'll go see the poppies and just enjoy life a little bit more. And we're usually using our buses, which is nice, and our drivers, the Senior Center drivers. So it's a comfort level too, with who's driving you and who's taking care of you.
Yeah, it is, and they're smaller too.
Yes,
they're not these massive long ones.
Right.
that you can't see the end of.
So one trip you may want to consider. I don't know if you've already done it or not, but have you gone to the Nethercut?
No.
Okay, so the Peterson's nice. The Nethercut is a whole nother level. I didn't know. I just did it, so
Okay.
I want to share a little bit. I know it's not on the schedule, but you may want to consider this. It's amazing. So they were cosmetics magnates. It's still, the line is still there. I don't know cosmetics from anything. So, but it's still a viable company. But the family made a fortune in cosmetics, and they had two passions. One was cars. So this is the largest, most expensive collections of cars on the planet. It is unbelievable. And I'm not talking about, recent cars. I think the newest car they have there might be from the 60s. It goes all the way back to the original cars. Mm-hmm. And it's just amazing. They're all showroom quality. And the showroom itself is unbelievable. But upstairs, their second passion is musical instruments. And some of these musical instruments are automated. There are these whole walls of a mechanical symphony. It's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. A couple-hour tour, I think it would be great. Okay. And I'd sign up.
Okay. All right.
But let's get back to the
put it on the agenda.
The Senior Center. I'm sorry to steal your time with that, but
no, that's fine. We're looking for new ideas,
Yeah.
and our travel agent comes in and sits down with our seniors and asks them where they want to go, and that's an important part, I think, not just for trips and tours, but everything we do. We're launching this brand new program. We're developing a brand new strategic plan coming out of COVID for the Senior Center. Our main focus over the next 5 months will be meeting with different individualized groups, stakeholder groups, people who are homebound, other seniors in the community, seeing what they want from our Senior Center for the future. So it is talking to individuals and seeing what they want and how can we improve our services or expand our services to meet their needs. And those focus groups are a big part of our strategic planning process, which sounds like a fancy word. We're just going to meet with the people and see what they want, and then develop a plan to make sure going forward we're listening to them and producing what they want to see and hear and do in Santa Clarita, and that's our goal.
There's so much. There's so much. It's hidden gems everywhere. I've lived here over 20 years, and I just got to the Nethercut for the first time. It's amazing. It's right over in Sylmar. It takes like 20 minutes to get there. Unbelievable gem.
All right. We'll add it onto the agenda. No problem.
Sweet,
no problem
sweet.
at all.
Okay, so what else?
There's a lot going
your
on.
event.
We got Celebrity Waiter coming
Celebrity.
up. Our
Yes,
annual Celebrity.
yes.
It's a signature fundraiser for
Yes.
the Senior Center.
Is there anything available, or is it sold out?
It's
too?
not sold out yet. I think
Okay.
I got a few tables left, but we're over 20 tables sold, and we're looking good. April 29th at Bella Vita in the courtyard. It's Springtime in Paris is the
Nice.
theme. So people will come in flowers and all sorts of regalia that they want to celebrate France. And we're just really looking forward because we got some good music coming in for it. We got some great live auction items are lining up. And it's our one big fundraiser of the year. So if you're going to support the Senior Center, grab a table or grab a seat. Come join us for a short, nice, wonderful evening under the stars at Bella Vita and a Springtime in Paris. You can't pass up. And all the proceeds support our programs and services.
Nice.
And
When
make it
are
happen.
you going to have an Eiffel Tower there?
I believe we will, Barbara. Yes,
bet
that's
I
the
won't
rumor.
be
The
able
Eiffel
to climb
Tower is
that
being
one, though.
transported to the Bella Vita. We'll see what happens.
I wouldn't be able to climb that one. I did climb the original.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, I did. On my
the
75th
outside?
birthday.
You climbed up the outside of it?
Yes, up the stairs.
Oh, that's crazy. I took the elevator. You know, they do have an elevator,
Yes,
right?
that's what Russ said. He said, "You're going to pay to walk up." He says, "I'll see you up there. I'm taking the elevator." When I finally got up there, he was already there. He said, "What took you so long?"
Right. Now, I know you're coming to Celebrity Waiter, so make sure you bring your stories with you and share it with your table, not just about the Senior Center, but doing the Eiffel Tower. That sounds great.
Oh, it was fun. It really was.
So.
I would try it again if I went there again. I really would. You know.
So that's what we're looking forward to.
yes.
So April 29th at Bella Vita, still openings. Give us a call. We'll get you at a table. We'll set you up with some good friends. We got some wonderful sponsors coming out. So it's looking like a fun night again.
Barb, give us the number
The number
of the Senior Center.
259-9444.
There you go.
That's in there forever.
I know. That's why I asked.
With a 661 area code, of course.
Speaking about funding, I mean,
Yes.
one part of it is fundraising that we do with our donations. The other part of our funding helps come from the city of Santa Clarita. Has been very generous to us, and also the county of Los Angeles through the Older Americans Act. And I know I got some of my county folks listening this morning. Sherry Stanton, a good friend of mine, and we have a lot of support from the county. We work very closely with them to make our programs happen, to make sure quality control is built in. So it's really nice to have this partnership with the county. They're more of our friends and our foes when we're trying to produce services and support. So it's nice when we're on the same mission.
Sure.
With the Los Angeles County, the biggest county there is.
Well, we
Isn't
are in LA County.
I know, but isn't that
I
wonderful
mean,
to have that? Because you can't
it
always say
is.
that about different bureaucracies working together. It
Yeah.
works. It works for the aging
Nice.
population. So it's really, really nice.
Nice. And they oversee, they do, okay. So you offer a lot of food, in-house, on the wheels, take out, all
Right.
of the above. And somebody's making sure that those are all nutrition that is
Absolutely.
appropriate for seniors.
They have an independent group called Center for Nutrition Services. They check on our quality of food. They check on the ingredients. They check on how much protein's in there, how much everything is in there. They check on that too, which is great to have that.
Yeah.
Plus, they have auditors in all the time. We just passed 8 different audits, and we came out clear in every single one of them. So
Nice.
we're thrilled with that. We have more auditors in today. It's like, come and join us. It's okay to be with us.
Yeah.
And that's part of what we do. So we're
And
very
the
proud of
food
that.
is delicious. It really is.
I've heard that.
Oh,
the
yes.
executive chefs we have, other people get their food from different, large food manufacturers in LA County. Well, our chefs are on site, and they're on site at 5:30 in the morning, and they're cooking in Antelope Valley for us. They're cooking in Santa Clarita for us. The executive chef, the sous chef, I got 4 other cooks in there, and they just want to produce a quality meal.
Nice.
And the funny thing is, some of their loved ones receive that same meal every day. So if it's not good, they're going to hear it when they get home.
Right. And so, you produce a very large amount of food. So what are the current numbers as far as in-house and
We're breaking
Meals on Wheels?
82,000 meals a month, freshly prepared by our chefs. Except for the weekend meals are frozen. But other than that, it's our chefs cooking. They're cooking today, and they'll get about 1,500 out the door today.
Wow.
And then wait till St. Patty's Day hits the next 2 days because we're celebrating over 2 days, and those meals will be flying. And,
Yeah.
and that's good because it's good, nutritious food. It's quality food, but also the companionship. I left and the ballroom was rocking because they were talking to each other. And someone said, why are they all coming back there? Because they want to talk to each other. They enjoy each other's company. And that's equally important as your food sometimes.
Sure.
Oh, it
'cause
absolutely
they want to
is.
share.
To see other people.
Oh, And to share their stories. Yes. I was at a table the other day, and I just asked the gentleman, I said, so what'd you do for a living? He was a general manager for the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Oh, nice.
And he had done that for like 40 years. And I said, do you want to come see my kitchen?
Right.
He came back. The thrill of his day was coming to see our kitchen and talking to our chef, because that's what he did at the Beverly Hills Hotel. But he just happened to be having lunch at the Senior Center in Santa Clarita.
So how'd you measure up?
Well, we did okay. It wasn't the Beverly Hills Hotel, but we did okay. But to bring the joy that it brought to his life, for him sharing a story with us, and for us able to share some of us with him, I mean, we kind of take it one person at a time, because everybody has a story, and everybody wants to be loved. And everybody wants to be listened to.
Absolutely. And they're all seniors. Yep. I mean, they've lived a life. I mean, some of them incredible lives. I mean, I've lived a very, very interesting life.
You have. But we have to ask that person. If I don't ask you, I don't find out about it.
That's right.
And we all have to have inquiring minds in many ways.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This is a destination. Southern California is a destination for so many people from so many different backgrounds, and you never know who you're talking to. You can't assume anything about any individual that you meet here.
No. I was walking down the hallway the other day. Guy had headphones. It's a true story. Headphones on his head. I said, what do you listen to? He says, I'm listening to Carlos Santana. I said, oh, I like Carlos too. He says, yeah, I was in his band.
Yeah.
Okay. He was in Carlos Santana's band.
Yeah.
But again, it's just learning to ask, why are you listening to that? And all of a sudden those stories come out, and it's like, oh, he was with Carlos, and I just wanted to sit and listen to him talk about Carlos Santana for a very long time. But they want to share their stories. And in this post-COVID era, they've been holed up for a long time, and they need the socialization. So we talk about trips and tours. It's about socialization. We talk about having a meal together. It's socialization. Support groups, socialization, helping us get through life.
Talk about that for a minute, because we haven't touched on that this show.
The support groups are there. You can call us. Everything is free. Our counselors are free. You just want someone to talk to, you can call one of our counselors. We have the young counselors and the old counselors. Anybody and
older, not old, older
veteran counselors who want to talk to anybody. So give us a call. And Barb gave you the number already, and it's so important just to reach out to us, especially when times are tough.
Yeah, and times have been tough for a few years now, especially for the seniors. Mm-hmm. Isolation's tough enough, and then there's no socialization allowed at all, which is...
And now we're back.
Yes.
And we're going through the transition still. We're still going through a transition.
Sure.
We have to recognize we're still in transition phase, so reach out to us and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
But let's go back to the Celebrity Waiter dinner. That is an incredible function. It really is. And hopefully it won't rain.
And if it does, we're going to go inside the Grand Ballroom. Don't you worry, Barbara. We're going to take care of you no matter what happens.
But it's still so nice outside.
Yes,
it really is.
Yeah, it's nice that it's in April instead of, what was it, August?
July.
Yeah. It was hot out there.
It was hot.
It'll be a beautiful, cool night out for us. We'll be okay.
Yes, Saturday, April 29th, 5 p.m. reception, 6 p.m. program at Bella Vida on Golden Valley Road in Santa Clarita.
All right. And we will see you there.
Oh, absolutely and positively.
Still some tables available for corporate sponsors.
Yes.
And still some, I know you don't like to do it that way, but there are some individual seats available.
Yeah, there absolutely are.
So once again, Barb, what's the number?
661-259-9444.
You got it. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Santa
Thank you,
Clarita
Kevin,
Valley Senior Center. Yes. Wonderful. And I think we need to take a break, unfortunately, and we have to say goodbye to you.
Well, thank you for your time today, both
of you. Yes,
awesome.
It was wonderful. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, you got it.
And no, I'll see you this afternoon.
I'll see you this afternoon.
Because the books.
Okay.
And I've got lots of them. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Thomas Polucki, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Thomas Polucki, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. And we have another guest this afternoon, Kurt Waite, who's famous for his UnGunn.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, it's good to see you again.
You too.
And tell us about this UnGunn.
Well, it's a great product. We represent a company called Byrna Technologies. They created this UnGunn pistol, basically. They call it the launcher. And it's a self-defense, non-lethal self-defense product that is an alternative to using deadly force. So those people that are carrying guns out there need an alternative. And the alternative is something like this, where you're not going to kill anybody, but you're going to stop the person. Not every occasion calls for deadly force, that's for sure.
Sure.
So as a result, you have to have something. So it's either going to be your fisticuffing somebody, or you're running, or you're standing your ground and using something like the Byrna to stop them.
A stun gun.
Not really a stun gun, because it shoots a little. It shoots this hard plastic 6.6.
But it stuns them, though.
It stuns them, all right.
Stops
I would
them
say,
in their track.
Yeah, when someone gets shot with this, if they're a bad guy and they're getting shot with this, they'll think they got shot by a real gun.
Yeah.
And they drop to the ground, even though it probably wouldn't drop them to the ground, but they think, oh my God, this lady just shot me, oh my God.
Yes.
They drop to the ground. It gives you time to get out of there. That's the whole point. Leave the confrontation and get away. Unless it's your home, and then you're not leaving your home, so you're going to have to stand your ground. And this this product will put them to the ground multiple times. If I shoot you 5 times in a row, you're dead.
You're going to stay on the ground.
Yeah, it hurts.
Hurts bad. So,
Yep.
Yeah, it's traveling about 300 feet per second, so a lot less than a firearm, but enough to put a world of hurt on you. Way more than, like, people say to me, oh, what about a paint gun, a paintball?
Yeah, that stings.
It stings, not like this.
That's a hard pellet that has a lot of punch power. You brought up a point. Obviously, police want a non-lethal option. They don't want to have to deal with the inquiry, all of the thing. Is it a righteous shoot? So
right.
They might go to jail for doing their job. But in this case, they have an option to chill someone out,
right,
without lethal force. Now that's in the police department, but for us at home, I've studied martial arts for 40 years. I still don't want to get in a fight. If I have an option like this to stop someone 20 feet away before they can get to me,
right,
I'll choose that every time.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of people say that martial arts is self-defense. Sort of. I mean, it's there if you need it,
right,
but self-defense is you got to be prepared for somebody who is a bad guy that doesn't care, that may be armed themselves, and you don't want to find out. You don't want to find out.
No, absolutely. I mean, you've got to. So the police have alternate. They've got the baton, they've got their flashlight, they've got maybe a taser,
right,
maybe a pepper spray product. Tasers are good to about 20 feet, and tasers have their limitations in that both of those prongs on that device that's shooting have to be penetrating your skin, have to hit you. So they're starting to move away from the taser because they're finding more and more it doesn't work.
Right.
And they're moving into stuff like this. And because it looks like a gun, the law enforcement will carry an off color, a yellow or an orange.
Right.
So that
they don't mix it up.
Yeah, when they draw that. I mean, look at that poor gal that thought she had a taser in her hand and actually had a firearm and killed that guy.
Yeah.
That was tragic, man.
Yeah.
But your mind, I mean, at the time when you're involved in an incident like that and somebody's approaching you, attacking you, and you can tell by their body language, hey, this guy means business or this girl means business, you've got to be prepared for that. So that means you got to carry this. If you're not going to carry it, then it's not worth having it. Because if you're in a situation, my wife just said to me, she goes, I'm going to Chi-Chi's for lunch. Should I carry my Byrna? I go, are you kidding? Why not? What difference is it? She has a purse that has a conceal in it. So she carries it with her. It's a little heavy, makes her purse a little heavy.
That's
so
all right.
She has to take out those rolls of quarters that she uses. So, but yeah, she carries it with her all the time, and she's ready, and she's had her hand on it many times because there's, people in the parking lot that are very strange.
I gotta tell you something, and you should be aware of this. My wife was in a local parking lot. She just stepped into a store for less than 10 minutes. Came back out. There was an individual crawling underneath our car, most likely going after a catalytic converter.
Right.
But she felt threatened, and that would have been a perfect situation for this. I would have unloaded on that guy without question.
Yeah, it's we have the ability. You have the ability to carry the pepper product too. So this is a hard plastic, and they also manufacture one that's pepper, which has a combination of the CS and OC. It's a powder now. So when it hits you or hits the ground, like in that situation, she could have shot at the ground, and literally that cloud would have just encompassed that guy and taken him out.
He would have ran, yep.
You don't have to hit the person direct.
Right.
You can hit a wall. You can hit anything.
And the nice thing about the powder is it's not like the liquid. You do the liquid in a confined space. You got to evacuate the building. You need to clear the building.
The powder's nice because it does drop to the ground. If you're in your home, then you've got to vacuum it up. You've got to get rid of it because it will stay active for a very long time, right? But so there's some options with this product that you don't have with other products, and the ability to use it without worrying about killing somebody, and no permits, no license required. You can buy it over the counter. We do a lot of training at our facility. We're opening a new facility, by the way. We have a retail store opening up 1st of April. In the Boot Barn Plaza, and we'll be training there.
In the what plaza?
The Boot Barn Plaza in Canyon Country. It's at Sierra Highway. Yeah, Boot Barn. We're taking over the cleaners that used to be there. They went out of business, unfortunately. But so, to our success, we got the spot.
Nice.
And so we'll have a shooting range in there for people to come and practice, and also for people to demo the product. People aren't sure, do I really want to do this? Do I not want to do this? So we take them over there, let them shoot it a few times and get the feel of it. There's no recoil to this. There's nothing. It's powered by CO2, so when you shoot it, it's CO2 powered. Nothing moves. The slide doesn't move. Nothing moves. So it's pretty cool.
So do you have a sample?
This is one of them. I carry mine with me, but this is a new. I don't know if last time I showed you guys, but this is the new one. This just came out. This one here is the basic model, and by that I mean it doesn't have a safety. The safety is off all the time on this, so it fires when you pull the trigger. And everybody goes, oh, God, it's got no safety. 95% of the people that come on our range that have this on safety, and I make them do a quick draw, all right, fire, it's on safety every time.
Yep.
And they fire it, and nothing happens, and then they freak out.
Yep.
You only have a couple seconds. You have a second to make a decision if somebody's coming at you, right?
That's
and if
true.
you have to remember to take your safety off, you're not going to do it. So that was smart of these guys. They came out with a product like that. So, and this is under $300. This is $295. And if you mention KHTS, you give you $30 off.
Oh.
And so
that's your magazine.
So I'm sorry.
Holds the rounds.
I'm sorry to interrupt, and hold that thought for a second because I want to clarify. So $295, where do they call you? Do they show up at your house? Is the store open yet?
No, we're not open yet, but they call me. Our last training class at our house is going to be this Saturday, the 18th. And if you can go to our website, which is UnGunn.com with 2 N's for gun, or call me at 661-313-0656.
Yes.
And then I can register you for the class, or you can just come and buy it. You can buy. We sell it out of the house right now, but having a retail environment is going to just change the whole ball game for us. And then you'll have regular hours. People can come there, demo it, look at it, see the different colors that are available, and be able to talk to somebody who knows what's going on.
That's awesome. So, Barb, you had a question.
Yeah, I was going to say these look different from those.
Well,
Why is that?
Well, this that's not loaded. Number one,
Oh, that's why.
This is loaded.
Okay,
Okay.
because I thought maybe we had an orange pellet there.
No, that's
Whoa.
the follower. So as you load, this goes down and down and down
I
until it
see.
fills up.
I see.
So,
I see.
Yeah, it's just a magazine. This is a 5-round magazine, and now they come out with a new 7-round magazine. So
This goes in the bottom of the handle.
right.
So
there.
I've done a little bit of homework, just enough to ask
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not loaded.
ask some questions because this may be a little bit intimidating to some people. You know, some people.
No.
Not me, but some
you mean
people.
intimidating to
So-
use it or intimidating?
To use it.
Okay,
To use
got
it.
it.
So I know that there is also a different kind of a launcher that doesn't look so much like a gun.
There's a couple different launchers out there. One of them's really big, 1.5 times that size,
Right.
pepper ball.
this looks enormous. It is enormous, at least for my hand.
It's like a Glock. It is. Wow. To get to your point for just a second, and intimidation. So when you come to our training, and we spend really an hour to 2 hours, depending on how long you want to stay there, but we spend a lot of time shooting because we got to get that intimidation factor away from you.
Right.
Everybody has false concepts. Oh my! I'm going to hurt someone, I'm going to kill somebody. And as they start shooting this, they realize, wait a minute, this is non-lethal.
Right.
I'm comfortable with it. I wouldn't have a problem shooting somebody because I know they're not going to die, but it'll keep them away from me.
Yeah.
No one has left our class. No one, not believing they could shoot you. Matter of fact, some wait for it. Seriously. Now, you're a young woman. We had an 88-year-old woman in the class a couple weeks ago, and she was, was having a hard time pulling the trigger. And once she got accustomed to it, and she shot about, a couple rounds worth of magazines and did it. At the end of the class, she goes, I can't wait to shoot somebody. I go, wait a minute.
All right, that's not why you're here.
No, let's relax on that one. But I mean, she felt so confident, and she comes back to the class.
Yeah.
She comes back when we have another class, just so she can keep practicing and feel comfortable with it. Look, you can buy this over the counter, and that's it. Never use it. Never have any chance to use it. Not even think about it. Or you can come to us, learn about it, have some experience shooting it, and come back again and shoot every month.
Yeah.
That's all you need. And you got indoors, so we don't have to worry about the climate anymore. And we got indoors. We got air conditioning, brand new air conditioner going in. So we're ready. We're ready to go.
Awesome.
By the way,
When does the store
thanks
open?
for the compliment. You said I'm a young one.
Yeah.
I'm 2 years younger than this
See?
woman who was
Okay.
there.
When is the store going to be open?
We're shooting for April 1st,
Okay.
Saturday, April 1st. So far, we had the rain kind of set us back a few days, but we might be okay. I mean, we'll let everybody know, but we're shooting for April 1st at the Boot Barn Plaza, and you look for our UnGunn sign up there, and we'll be ready to go.
So at the storefront right now, is your contact information there for
No.
somebody who shows up before it's not open?
Not yet, but it will be.
Yeah.
As soon as we take that sign down that says cleaners on there, we'll
Right,
put
right.
up our UnGunn.
Right.
Either a banner or at least our real sign will go up.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, just
And
like
then we'll have it on the window.
a flyer in
Yeah.
the window of how
Yeah.
to get hold of you until
Yep.
you're
Isn't
open.
that exciting?
It is. It's
Opening-
awesome.
Oh my
I haven't.
goodness! You're
We haven't done
opening it.
retail since we had video stores in this town. We're kind of known as the video store people. We had video stores for years and years, and so when we closed our last one, we were in the Vaughn Shopping Center at Sand Canyon, and we had to close. They sold the plaza anyway. We got out of it 12 years ago, and we're kind of going, do we want to redo this? Do we want to do retail again? And I said, yeah, I love the product. We don't have to be married to the place 7 days a week, and we're not going to be. But doesn't require us to do that.
Right.
Just to be there for people that need help, that want to look at it, don't know anything about it, they want to learn about it, and they can just come in and browse and take a look for us themselves and see
And
what they think.
and they will have a place where you can actually shoot the gun
Absolutely.
and get instruction
Yes,
on it.
absolutely.
Wow, that's terrific.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. We're looking forward to it, really.
Oh my goodness! another step forward.
Another step forward.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, as you get older, you think, I don't want to have those headaches anymore. I don't want to
Right.
get involved with that. But if your product, look, we started this a year ago, and out of the house, and we're getting to the point where it's too much for the house, right? People are calling me and coming over all times of the days and night. So it was really going to be beneficial for us to open up a retail store. And besides that corner, that's exposure on that corner is going to be great for us.
Oh,
anyway.
absolutely.
That's a busy intersection there, so we're excited. Landlord's a great guy, too. He really worked with us and helped us out, so I'm happy about it.
That's terrific. Well, we need to take a break.
Okay.
And we'll be back in a few minutes.
All right.
I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Thomas Polucki, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS.
Welcome back to the Senior Hour at KHTS FM 98.1 AM 1220 and your hometown station.com. We're in the studio today with Kurt Waite, the UnGunn, a game changer in non-lethal personal self-defense. You've been in town here for a couple of years doing this, and it's evolved from doing it out of your house, literally. You're still there, but now you're going to have a retail storefront in the Boot Barn Center on, is it Sierra?
Sierra
over
and Soledad.
Sierra and Soledad. So that's exciting. And hopefully, crossing our fingers, with permits and all that stuff. Yay! You'll be opening that April 1st. But in the meantime, you're still doing the class. There is a class this Saturday.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about the class, if you will, please.
So the class is kind of nice. It's a training class, basically. We spend a lot of time talking about when and when not to use this product, how to use it. And then we spend the majority of the time actually firing this. We have a range at the house that we shoot at, and so people get a real feel for this product. Like I was saying before, there's no recoil. There's nothing about this. It just shoots.
Yeah.
It's funny because people ask me all the time, well, how do I know? How do I know if I'm going to shoot somebody or when I'm going to do it? And I said, well, as humans, we get a little feel for people. And you're walking in places and you go, that guy doesn't look right, or this is a weird situation. Always look at people's hands.
Yeah.
I tell people, look at their hands. They're not going to attack you with their head, right? They're going to have something in their hands. So if they've got their hands inside their vest or something, I'm concerned about those people, So I pay attention to them. I'm watching them the whole time, and I'm going about my business, but still being aware of that person.
Yeah.
So anyway, little stuff like that we go through, and we do some scenarios, and we let everybody do some quick draw to see how it would be if they had to use it. I may come charging at you, Barbara, and you've got to pull and fire at me, right? I'm not going to let you actually shoot me, but we're going to give you that. Yeah. We give people that option because all of a sudden they're under stress.
Yeah.
And we act differently under stress.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you never know when you surprise somebody. So it's a big no to engage someone who is doing damage to your property. However, when they turn on you, that's a whole different story.
Right.
So
unless they're breaking into your home, they can be out there, kicking your trash cans around and knocking down your mailbox, and you're calling, the police that has got some unruly guy out there. But if that guy starts coming to the house, and he's banging on your door and he gets entry, or that person, is somehow intruding on your personal space, you have all rights to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what this is about. So.
And this is a non-lethal way to protect yourself,
and
but still have an effect on the person
absolutely
who is possibly attacking you.
Possibly. Oh, absolutely. Point blank range, this will still not break the skin.
But it will
pack
more than you could hurt somebody by punching them.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Those days are gone.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting like you were talking about before. I'm done with that.
Yeah, nobody wants to find out.
No way.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that people will start using some products like this. Start protecting themselves and not being the victim, and standing up for the thugs who just are running amok. Absolutely. It just makes me sick.
Yeah, it's out of control.
It is out of control.
Like I said earlier, my wife comes out of a store and some guy is crawling under our car trying to steal the catalytic converter.
That would have been the perfect thing for her to have.
Only because she was terrified. If she had this, she could have pulled it, and that guy would have run.
Oh, yeah.
Ideally, but if he didn't, then she has an option.
Yes.
Yeah. Just merely point. Look, this looks like a 40. This looks like a Glock.
Yeah, that
right?
looks like a Desert Eagle. That's a big honking gun.
So you point this at somebody, and they're going to take notice of this.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this lady's got a gun. Holy crap! I'm out of here.
Yeah. So, Kurt, thank you again so much for everything you're doing. The UnGunn, soon to be at Boot Barn Plaza,
Absolutely.
Soledad, and Sierra. And for the time being, there are still, 3 spots left in your Saturday class. How do they get in touch with you?
Best way is just call me.
Okay.
The 661 number, the 3130656. And they can always go to ungunn.com and register on there as well.
Awesome. You've been listening to the Senior Hour, KHTS FM 98.1 AM 1220, your hometown station.com. We're sponsored by Comfort Keepers, Hestia Med Spa, and Providence Holy Cross. Now go out and enhance your quality of life.